So, while playing Hive, and through the midst of scrolling through the many amazing games they have, one may stumble upon the elusive game known as Capture the Flag. Now, as many of you know how this game works, some people don't. Basically, what you have to do is capture a team's flag and bring it back to your base within the span of 15 minutes, and do that 3 times. Now, in the premise, that sounds fun, but this game actually goes deeper and, well, isn't all that good. Here is why, and then here are my thoughts on Hive's Capture the Flag. Before we start with the negatives, we do have to give Capture the Flag some props, as it is a game made by Hive, and they do pretty good games. One of the things I do like is the maps. The maps are super. They are absolutely amazing, and the block placement and just everything about the maps are absolutely beautiful, especially the detail and the way they were made. So I do have to give Hive that. But now for one of their negatives. What actually makes Capture the Flag so bad? Well, let's start with their regeneration system. If you don't know, regeneration is how fast you regain hearts in Minecraft. Now, you may think that that's not very bad. Like regular regen almost. That's not bad. It's slow, but it's also easier to kill other players. Well, this game actually speeds up the regen effect instantly. I'm not sure if I show it in this clip, but I think sometime in here you'll see how fast my hearts regen after 5 seconds. And that's what happens. If you get low and capture the flag, after about 10 or 15 seconds, your hearts will almost instantly regen. But if somebody hits you during this, the effect is cancelled. Now, this isn't all that bad, because for newer players and people who are bad like me, anyways, for newer players and people who are not as good at Capture the Flag, this is sort of useful, but it's not as useful as when you are about to fairly kill somebody, but then they run away, and instead of being able to kill them, they escape with 1 heart and instantly regen. This also is bad for coming back, because later they can come back in higher numbers and start attacking you and killing you now that they're fully regened and you're low. Alright, now don't worry, I'm going to mention this. Next thing I want to mention is the bows in Capture the Flag. Now, this could be just 100% because I am going to admit that I suck at aim on the bow, and this may be just me in Capture the Flag. But the bow just seems, I don't know, off. It may be just because I have bad aim, but I swear every time I shoot a bow and capture the flag, it never even goes the direction I aim. It always skims past somebody, and you have to hit somebody directly in the middle of their hitbox. Whereas in a regular Minecraft world, or in even most games in Hive, you just have to hit their edge and they'll take damage. But I feel like that's kind of off for this game. Let me know in the comments if this happens to you, or if it's just me. Another thing I would like to mention is the levels. See, 20 levels for Capture the Flag is absolutely perfect. Since not a lot of people favorite Capture the Flag over many games, 20 levels was the original max level, and that was good. It kept people playing just so long enough until they maxed out, or until they got close. But recently, Hive has actually added 30 extra levels, making you need 50 levels to max out this game mode. I don't know about you, but that's a lot more than 20 and a lot too much time if you ask me. 20 levels was absolutely perfect, and even if they had just increased it to 30 during the Capture the Flag update, that would have been fine. I just wish that they had stayed at 20 levels, because that was much easier to max out and a lot more fun. Now it just seems like whenever you play, it's pointless because you're never going to be able to max out the game for what seems like 400 years. Now, this next part I want to talk about is actually from a few other people and a thread on the Hive formats. One of the problems with Capture the Flag is if one team steals the other team's flag, but the other team does the same. What I mean by that, and if you don't know, you need your flag at your base and the other team's flag if you want to get a capture. But if the other team's flag is still at their base and your flag is still at your base, then obviously you can't capture. But if both teams steal the other's flag, then nobody can capture. And at that point, the game just becomes sort of boring. It's just at a standstill in an all-out war, and this usually never gets resolved. Now, next thing I do want to mention is the items in Capture the Flag and how you get them. if you don't know how to get them or are just new to the Hive, the way it happens is if you look in my top right corner, you'll see a gold coin and a number next to it counting up every second. This number keeps counting up every second, and once you have 200 coins, you can buy a diamond sword, or 100 coins, you can get iron armor. You can also get stuff like speed berries, which will give you super speed, or speed for about 15 seconds, and a TNT, or what Hive calls a boombox. Now, you can increase the speed of this by getting a kill, which gives you 15 coins instantly. Or if your team gets a capture, 50 coins. Or if you yourself get a capture, 100. The upgrade station is basically the same as the item shop, but it lets you buy upgrades that apply to your whole team. These upgrades being regeneration faster, respiration, which is just a couple of extra hearts, more arrow damage, concrete for blocks instead of powdered concrete, and flag curse, which curses the other team's flag carrier with wither and only gives them 3 hearts. Now, these upgrades are pretty good themselves, but I feel like they could add a bit more. More so being like more destructive boomboxes that will explode a higher radius, or adding one that increases haste, kind of like the one in Bed Wars that increases mining speed. Now, I also covered this in my thoughts on Hive Bridge game mode video, but I really think this would be good. First of all, I think Capture the Flag deserves its own micro hub. It would attract way more players, and it would be a great area to hang out at. Or, even if the hub itself, which is the game lobby of Capture the Flag, has an amazing parkour, was its own micro hub. If you don't know what a micro hub is, it's basically where you select a game mode, which only Bed Wars and Skywars has. Now, why I want the micro hub is because of this. I think it would be a lot of fun if Capture the Flag did a solos game mode, which would be a 1v1 game mode in Capture the Flag. That would be absolutely amazing. And if they did a duos, trios, and squads, that would also be amazing. Plus, then they could keep this current game mode and make it a mega, which would make Capture the Flag grow in publicity and be way more fun to play with other players. Now, again, not every server and obviously game mode is perfect, so we do need to talk a little about the lag. Now, regular lag, and getting kicked is common on the Hive, but that's because of their anti-cheat. But I feel like it's almost a little too strong on Capture the Flag, and it lags very frequently. One of the most common lags on Capture the Flag is where you will be what's called bedrock bridging, which is just placing blocks in front of you while sprint jumping. But you will be building in an area you're not designated to build in, so the blocks will disappear almost instantly. But since you're bedrock bridging so fast, the blocks don't disappear, so basically you're bridging in mid-air, and the game thinks you're hacking, so basically you'll get kicked. Again, this is good that it kicks you, but I wish it would make the blocks disappear instantly instead of almost instantly, if that is possible. Well, everyone, that actually is going to do it for today's video. If you enjoyed watching, like and subscribe. I really want to hit 100 subscribers before 2025. Also, I will be doing a giveaway right after lunch on Christmas Day. Y'all have a great day, and goodbye.